Shin splints, shin splints, shin splints. A lot of people ask me how I manage to reduce or avoid this pain of the shin splints when I'm running on a treadmill. I have 5 tips that should hopefully provide some help to avoid this problem. So this is just my personal advice. It may not work for you, but you may also be able to pick up some tips that could provide a lot of benefits. So yeah, let's start with the first tip. So the first tip is running trainers. So running trainers are an extremely important aspect to take into account when you start running. You can't really afford to try and cut corners when you're buying your trainers. You just have to invest in a really good quality pair of trainers. There's so many good running trainers out there. I've made a video about my own personal running trainers, which you can find on my channel. But what you want to be looking for is really good heel support and a really thick sole. I'd say to avoid trainers that have a flat sole. I really don't think they help with shin splints. So yeah, just make sure you invest in a top quality pair of trainers, and this will be a good step to take. So the next step is to do with the surface that you run on. And a lot of people tell me they run on the road. This is something that I try to avoid personally. I don't think running on solid ground or concrete is good for the body. So I always try to run on a treadmill that has a lot more cushioning. On the rare occasion that I do run outside, I try to stick to soft, grassy areas like a Pokemon. I really don't believe on running on concrete. So yeah, if you want to run, I would recommend you go to a gym and use the treadmill, or buy your own treadmill, or stick to parks and run on grass and soft surfaces. So yeah, that's my second tip. So my next step is to do with your bone health. I actually used to work in a hospital as a student radiographer. So I actually helped people with broken bones. I used to take x-rays and CT scans and MRIs and stuff like that. It really did open my eyes and make me more cautious towards my own bone health. So what I would recommend is to invest in some vitamins or vitamins if you're American. So yeah, before I start going on about vitamins, I'm still not sure if they're 100% effective. There's a lot of research to say they're good, and there's a lot to say they're pointless. So yeah, I'm still not too sure about vitamins, but I take them personally. So yeah, I do think there are some overall benefits. For me, I have a multivitamin. I also have some calcium, vitamin D, vitamins. And it's really important to also get natural vitamin D from sunlight. The amount of sunlight you need depends on your skin type. So yeah, make sure to research how much sunlight you need depending on your skin type. And make sure to get some natural vitamin D from sunshine. I also top it up with these vitamins. Also, I'm a massive believer in the benefits of milk. They provide a lot of calcium. And I make sure to avoid soy milk because of the research that's gone into it. I don't trust it. So yeah, just make sure you get enough vitamins, milk and natural vitamin D from the sunshine. Okay, so the next point is to make sure you warm up before you exercise. You don't want to go too mad straight away. I always give myself a 10-minute warm up before I go for my run. I start off walking, then I go into a light jog, and then I start my run. So yeah, make sure you warm up. You don't want to shock your body. And the last point, well, there's 2 kind of points. Firstly, your running technique. Make sure you're not landing on the back of your heels. Try to land in the middle part of your foot or the front part. For me, I tend to slightly lean forward when I'm running, and this helps me to avoid landing on my heels. And lastly, I would say if you're starting to run and you're a bit overweight, obviously don't run for too long, or in some cases don't start off with running. It may be a good idea to start using other equipment like an exercise bike or a cross trainer or a row machine just while you're overweight. And once you start losing some weight, you can go back to running, and hopefully this should help to avoid getting shin splints. But yeah, this is just my advice to help avoid shin splints. I personally have never experienced shin splints, and I think these points have gone some way in helping me to avoid it. So yeah, this was just my 5 or 6 tips. I don't even know how many tips it was in the end, but yeah, this was just my advice to try and help you avoid shin splints. I hope you guys found this video interesting. Please let me know if you have any other questions and I'll make another video. But for now, I'm gonna have my vitamins and go for a run, and I'll see you in the next video.